Tell me how to get to it, Avery.
YouTube?
Yeah.
YouTube.
Chase on Racing?
Can't hear. Can you do mine? Oh, hey.
Whoa, there we are.
Turn your phones down, people. You didn't put my thumb down. Snap, look, he just made it.
I did not.
Is it blurry or is it only blurry on my side?
It's not. I think it's your eyes. Because mine's clear.
Mine's clear.
Want me to get you glasses?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, go get her glasses.
What's going on, everybody?
Thanks for backing me up, Josh.
All right, what's going on, everybody? We are currently trying to get all of this shared to our other social media sites. That way we can let other people know that we're on here. So give us just a second and we'll get it all rolling.
And yes, Tyler, we are glad to be home.
Well,
We enjoyed it, but I'm glad to be home anyway.
Yeah, me too.
New black and white 45 Hunter front gonna look sweet. They must know more than we know because that's news to me.
Oh, somebody was observant.
What happened?
Chase's twin back there.
Ah,
It's very creepy.
They're identical.
I guess we can talk about it now. We may have to answer it a few times. That was a birthday gift from someone special. Avery came up with that. It's
Are
pretty cool.
you kidding me?
And it's
Already.
And it's
Oh my gosh.
Can I
Wow.
please? Can I?
No,
Okay.
just leave it alone.
it says happy.
Let somebody else answer.
I
that.
just got in trouble again.
It says happy birthday, Chase.
Goodness,
You are
man.
the best brother ever. That's what it says.
does say
I think they do it on purpose.
They
Yeah,
do.
now I think.
All
they
right.
do.
Well, I'm ready with.
Are you
I'm
all
ready.
shared up
I'm
and all that
shared
stuff?
up.
Oh,
Let's
did
get
you
it.
look at
the
that thing?
answer.
Cubby's right. Thank you. We appreciate it.
This on your paper?
What?
I don't know.
Where? Oh, what happened here? I got to get live again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is your phone acting up?
No, absolutely not.
Do you need
Not
us
that-
to
not
get
that,
you something,
uh,
baby boy? Is that what you need us to
Hey,
do?
Hey. Shut her down.
She can't hear you.
I know.
I can hear you.
Okay.
These aren't. I can hear through these.
That's good.
Hey, thank you, Tom. All right.
Okay, babe. Well, how was your birthday?
My birthday was good. It was not very eventful. It was, but wasn't at the same time. We went down to the AT&T store and switched carriers so that I could be on my own cell phone plan. Figured that was a step in the right direction of being a big boy. So started there.
Yeah, we have service. I've had service with the same company for 24 years, and it's been getting worse and worse. So I started complaining to them, and they told me I needed a new phone. So I bought a new phone. They got me on that, and it got even worse. And long story short, we're in our shop, and we can't even talk, can't get text, can't get anything in our shop. And Rocky and Charles can stand right beside us, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Get on
they
Facebook.
do whatever they want to do. And here we are. So anyway, we've got what they got now.
Yep.
We swap carriers.
We do not.
she's trying to hold out. So, but she don't know the struggle. Now she will jump me when I come out the shop after I hadn't answered her all day. Why didn't you answer my text? I text you all day. Never got it, but I'll get it now.
Mm-hmm.
I will get it now.
I'm blowing your phone
She's
up as soon
grumpy
as
all
you.
the time.
Ooh.
Not right now, though.
Dang, is it
Good
like
comeback.
hate on Mama Day or something?
Her birthday isn't till August the 19th.
Jeremy, I like USMTS personally, but we are going to be running a few more UMP shows eventually.
Yeah, I know, Jason.
All right.
Cool meeting you too, Mr. John.
Yep, certainly. All right.
I saw a question a minute ago, Chase, before you jump off into that. How much does it affect your back on those rough tracks?
Right now.
Mr.
Well,
Michael Patterson wants to know that.
It's not too terribly bad because we've got some pretty good seats in my race cars, but in the past we did not have the best seating, and it was pretty rough on us, but I rarely feel anything inside the race car.
It's weird. He only complains when we don't do good. Then he's like, "This hurts and that ain't right. We need to get this." And when we do good, he no complaints. Ain't it fun?
Well, I think when we're doing good, we don't have time to see what all's wrong because we're wide open.
Ain't that the truth?
Anyways,
Yeah, I know we look tired. I know in those videos as I was editing them, I looked so tired. I was worried. A lot of people don't know. Adrian kind of looked mad in some of the videos. I was worried. She almost passed out at Lucas Oil. It was so hot there, and we were in the sun all day long. And they hustle selling merch and moving stuff around. And man, it was rough.
110
worried.
degrees.
She was truly turned colors and almost passed out. And then it didn't get better the rest of the night. So we were zoned out. So,
Mr. Donald.
hey, thank you so much, Mr. Donald.
thank you very much.
That was awesome. I appreciate that.
Oh, Jason Overton's here. You can go ahead and start with him on your
Jason
list.
Overton. Okay. Mr. Jason Overton, I'm not really sure if I can say where exactly he works at, and Miss Brittany, but they have a really, really cool job making products that I did not know were manufactured in America, which was pretty interesting to find out. But I appreciate the goodies that you brought to us and for the future things that you're going to be doing for us. And they brought us some ground beef, and that was
And steak.
good
Yes.
stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
It's already all gone. We cooked it
we did.
Monday and
We
Tuesday.
had sliders with the hamburger meat, and then she cooked the steaks, and it was very good. Thank y'all very much.
Thank
That was
you.
Very thoughtful.
You have a question. What determines what group you're in? I see a lot of races where certain cars are in group 1 and others are in group 2. This is something unique to USMTS, so you can try to explain it.
USMTS draws numbers to put you in a group, and they don't just draw numbers. You draw a number, and then you don't know. You could draw a number 1, but that doesn't mean you're the first car on the track. They draw another number in the pit meeting, and that is the new number 1, and then that goes from there. So if they draw number 50, 50 is number 1, 51, 52, and it goes around. It makes it fair where nobody can cheat and put people in certain groups, and that's how they do it. And then we time in with our group, and then we race a heat race with our group, and then the B main is like it's wherever you fall out on passing points. So really good format.
Yep.
I know a lot of people commented on the videos about us qualifying out front and then starting 4th. Yeah, that's terrible. But the great thing about it is you get passing points for every car you pass. So if you qualify on the pole and start on the pole, and somebody starts 4th and they pass everybody up to 2nd, then just because you won doesn't mean you're starting. You made it in the A main. So.
Right.
It makes it fair. It makes everybody race hard. I saw people saying that, they're sandbagging. I don't know of anybody sandbagging in USMTS.
No.
Maybe you know something I don't know, but I don't know
why they
believe
would.
that. I don't believe that.
No sandbag.
There's no benefit to sandbagging in USMTS.
Have you ever considered coming to Canada to race?
We have considered it, but it's a really long ways away from home, and I'm not really sure what kind of rule packages they go by up there. So I'd like to, but it's a haul. So,
You can hit this.
what's that? Okay.
You're in there.
So, Mr. Kenneth, I really appreciate the money you sent to us on PayPal for our tire funds. We really appreciate that. Mr. Kyle Thurman, isn't that how you say his last name? Yep.
I mean, you could have just said Kyle, but that's fine.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Thank you, Kyle, for purchasing our pit passes and giving us shirts at Humboldt. Really appreciate that. Dayton Pursley for giving us a shop to work out of while we were up there.
Oh,
We didn't take him up on that offer,
Thank
but
goodness
yeah.
we didn't need
Yeah.
it, but it was the thought that counted. Oh my
Are
God.
you sure?
I hope y'all can see this.
His
There she
lady friend,
is.
Pepper Dog. So anyway, Dayton.
They can probably
and,
hear her.
His dad and family, we appreciate that. That was
Yeah,
very nice
sure.
of y'all. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it.
That's for Ruby, though.
I saw that for
Okay.
the Ruby Shaved Ice Fund.
Wait, what's for me?
Somebody sent a couple dollars for you to have snowballs.
Ooh, can I have
No, can you just say thank you?
Hey,
All right,
please,
sit.
hey, get away from this, okay? And all those wires, you got wires behind you.
All right. Jason said, "Do you realize that you're 26th overall in points?"
We did realize that, and that's pretty interesting to us, pretty eye opening that, as inconsistent as we have been on the tour, that we've been able to be in that good a shape in their points. And I think we're 6th right now in Rookie of the Year points. So I wish y'all could see her.
No,
I wish y'all could see her, but
They probably can see
no,
her.
they can't.
Okay.
She's too
They
far
can see
down.
her now.
If she jumped on the window.
Anyways,
She's gonna keep talking.
Ruby.
No, don't do it, Rue. All right.
Stay
Will you be
sitting right
racing
there.
against Mr. Nash anytime the rest of the season?
not until the Be My Bash in October.
Okay.
Right. That'll be, I guess that's right around
The
Halloween.
It is.
second or
Mhm.
I think it's the
second to
last
last or the
It's
last
the
week.
last weekend.
Yeah.
Travis, can you talk about passing points some more?
Passing points. So you qualify, and that lines you up for your heat race, and they do a top 4 invert. And then I don't know how many points you get, but the goal in a heat race is to pass cars. If you start 9th and you finish 5th, there's a good possibility you're going to be in the A main. Is something funny?
Just,
Pepper.
just pepper.
You're going to be in the A main if you pass 4 cars. I mean, that you need to just pass cars, and then as far as in the B main, it's no longer passing points, but how many cars you pass in the A main in the heat race determines where you line up for the B main. So the more you pass or hold your position, the better starting spot you'll have for the B main. And the B main normally takes a certain amount of cars, whether it's 4, 5, or 6. I've seen them take 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Depends on the overall car count. So
Small town adventures. Mr.
She needs to
Tim.
be in
Yes.
this video
Mr. Tim,
right
thank
now.
you
Nice
so
to meet
much.
you.
Yep.
yes.
One question. Why can't Pepper join the video?
Because she'll rip the wires out of everything.
We'll find out if we got an invitation to the Dome this Sunday. They're giving out the first round of invitations. And that's something else that we're going to share again as soon as we get off of this live video on Facebook and see if we can get that rounded up. But if you don't have Facebook, I'm pretty sure you can go to Gateway Dirt National's website, and you'll find the tab that says driver modified, and type in our name, and we greatly appreciate that.
You
But,
can nominate Chase to race at the
At
Dome
the
is what
Dome,
that form is. And it's 3 questions and it's simple and easy.
Got a question for you, Adrian. Brandon Clark wants to sponsor your team.
we're going to be doing a video on that
Oh,
here very
geez.
very
No
soon,
pressure.
because we're going to need a few more on our team to
We need
be successful in this USMTS store.
gas is really, really stressing us out. If I'm
the
just
fuel-
being honest
the
with you for
fuel
next year.
situation is pretty stout. There's no doubt.
So as far as sponsorship, if you would shoot us an email at chasehollandracing@gmail.com, we can get you information about that. Chase does want to do a sponsor video, kind of explaining a breakdown of how we do everything, because I'm sure it's different than other people. So look for that in the next couple of weeks, because we've got to get geared up for 2023 and start getting some things situated to make sure that he'll be able to make that full tour and not have to drop out halfway through. Believe it or not, I mean, it looks like we're rich, and we're not rich by any means. I mean, we have things, but if it wasn't for the sponsors that help Chase with what he does, we couldn't afford to let Chase do what he does. So we're very, very appreciative of all the people who are behind Chase and let him do what he does for that. He depends on his sponsors very, very, very much.
Certainly.
And that includes you guys. I mean,
Absolutely. Y'all sponsor it
the
just by watching.
videos, we had a discussion with Hunt to Front about that if you want to call us YouTubers, vloggers, whatever we are, we can't race locally and support the YouTube. It just doesn't work. Because there's not enough cars, there's not enough action, there's just not enough racing. And that's not a shot at local. I mean, we just have to travel to come up with the content to be able to put videos out. And I'm not saying that everybody, if you want to do YouTube, you have to travel. We didn't start out that way, but as we're growing in YouTube, Hunt to Front is quite large. As y'all know, we all agree you have to travel to make everything.
You have to get out and try different things in order to gain new views.
Correct. Yeah. It's a tough world, and people will tell you real quick what you're doing wrong or not doing right. So,
Jason, we actually had that discussion earlier. We should have stayed out on the road another week.
We should have. They're doing some great racing this weekend, and I'm sad that we missed out on it, but I understand that we had to come home. And the other thing is we're trying to stay in our
videos with the open trailer and reflect on just how far you come in 2 short years.
Very often.
Yes, we do. It's quite amazing. We're very thankful and very, very blessed. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So, we think about that often, and we appreciate it.
It's mind blowing to see, because these are the things that I dreamed of 5 years ago, and it's finally taken shape, and it's amazing. I didn't imagine it'd be possible, but just one step at a time. I do play iRacing. I'm going to jump on there right after this and probably throw up a few races.
Funny story about iRacing.
Yeah.
When we went to Mel Hamilton Ford, really nice open house event, and y'all saw in that video, they catered to all of us. And it wasn't just the racers. Anyone was welcome. They sent out a flyer, and anyone was welcome. And we had some fans there that had stopped in, and they were able to enter this raffle. And they took the USMTS drivers, and they were doing a contest on iRacing. They set up a simulator, and they let them race. Well, of course, he's young compared to a lot of the guys, but there was a couple that apparently do a little iRacing too. So Chase was second fastest at one time, and then he was third fastest. By the time they dropped the hammer, and he was in line wanting to do it again, and they were trying to announce to say it was over with, which was fine. Well, right as they were announcing who the fast time was, he popped the fastest lap, which, I mean, it was already done. But
You gonna tell
he
him
did
who?
he did walk out with his chest bowed out, talking about who he outrun right there. So,
It's awesome.
but they were all good sports about it. We laughed about it and everything. So it was really cool.
I'm going to answer that, Chris. Chase has something in the works right now as far as fire suits. That should be able to be announced in just the next couple of weeks. He does have a new tuxedo fire suit coming out. The issue with his fire suits is Chase is a growing boy, so some of his suits don't fit him anymore. So we had to grab him a suit off the rack real quick so that he would have something to wear. And then his black tuxedo fire suit, he's able to squeeze into, and
Well, I fit
Make
in
it
that.
happen
I
for a
fit in that
minute.
suit, but man, it's a season and a half old and it's ripped up really badly. Well, it is, but it fits better than the gray one.
Moondog, I'm glad you commented on here because I saw you comment on YouTube earlier this week and I ignored it, just hoping it would go away. But since you're here and there's other people watching, maybe they could comment. So you say restrictor plates are for cars that run in the back. That's a fact. I mean, I don't know where you got
got
that
him
from.
started.
But I beg to differ, and I imagine there's other people here that would say something different. And I would almost bet you that a late model that wins a big show, you probably check, and he's either got a restrictor plate or he's got a small carburetor. In the same way with modifieds and everything else. So unless you know something different, I think you're wrong, Kat. But maybe you know better than me. Maybe that's where we're going wrong. We tried it the other way, and we were just burning tires off. And Mr. Larry got some stuff figured out, and we're actually holding our position and actually moving forward. I think we're going the right way, but maybe you know more than we do. So,
CHC Consulting.
well, no, I don't know everything,
No.
but
It never has claimed to be.
no.
Avery, Mr. Tim Seldit from Florida said, thank you for all your hard work with the merch.
Thank you.
I would like to thank the mayors for the speed wax and the gas money. They kind of hit all of us up and handed us money behind each other's back. I guess they realized the game of where if they hand somebody money, we tell each other, hey, don't take so-and-so's money. They ended up.
Man, not just the money with them. They are
Yep.
genuinely good people. And we meet a lot of people like that. And we
Yeah.
have. And they're just great people. And just talking with them, I mean, they've been around this stuff for a long time. And they know a lot about this kind of racing. And I really appreciate that kind of talk,
Yep.
that I get to talk to Chris about things, and when he tells us, hey, don't get on yourself, look at this one. He's been doing this for a long time. And I mean, it because it's tough. It is.
Very.
And you'll beat yourself up. And somebody like that will lift you up and say, hey, it ain't going to happen overnight. And we need that sometimes. So thank y'all.
I'll let you tell them.
Oh,
I'll let you tell them.
Chase graduated officially with special honors. Thank you, Miss Jamie, for seeing him through his entire college certificate.
Certified machinist.
Awesome.
Watch out. He wouldn't walk for us, though. He made us agree that he didn't walk to get a certificate. He's just going to wait on the mail.
I don't enjoy that kind of stuff.
We know it's fine.
Hey, I'm just proud of you for going, taking it serious, and completing it. So that's good.
Hey, Chase.
What's up?
Delane is celebrating her granddaughter's birthday today as well. Happy birthday to your granddaughter.
Yep,
She's
happy
single,
birthday.
and you'd be a fine addition to their family. Would we like to address Chase's status today? Chase is married to a race car.
Yes, he is, and it's a heck of a relationship.
It's an abusive relationship on both ends.
It is. It is. Yep.
What else you got here, Chase?
That's
No?
pretty much all I've got on my paperwork here.
It's really not. You've missed this.
No,
You've
I hit
missed
that. Oh
this.
no, I didn't. Okay.
Tyler
I
said
mean-
you're dating his sister already.
Oh, jeez. Nice, Tyler. Nice.
Okay. Mike, and Derek for the brake cleaner
Yes.
they brought to
At
us at Humboldt.
It was great meeting you guys, and we really appreciate the care package. That was very nice of y'all. And he actually, I don't think he's told y'all yet. I was reading comments. He actually, when we got home, he went and bought a cabinet from Lowe's, I think.
I did.
Put it together. So now we'll have to show it in the next
I got a video. I got a
Very
time lapse of me putting it
organized, and
together.
he's got all of the stuff in there, and we appreciate y'all filling it up for him.
Thank you, Mr. BJ.
Yes, thank you so
thank you.
much.
Chase, have you tested or tried Zach Vanderbeek's suggestion of running the carburetor sideways?
After further analysis, I found out that Zach Vanderbeek lied.
I only have a few.
All in fun. You know, I watched that video again the other day. It's a pretty good video.
Yeah.
They were all.
I
good
think
stuff.
our next question that we're gonna go around and ask them is, are they on restrictors?
That'd be a good.
I'd love to know.
Yeah.
That and how they keep their engine cool
Yeah.
in long races.
Yeah. Wrong answers.
Wrong
only.
answers only.
That ought to be good.
Oh, goodness me.
So I have a question.
What's up?
What was your favorite racetrack in our travels over the 2 weeks?
Mm.
Fairbury, hands down. Fairbury did not disappoint.
Explain.
Like
Why?
racetrack or overall
Facility.
facility or experience.
All of it.
Like
If
what?
I could
Break
take,
it down into those three.
okay, if my dream racetrack, if Chase Holland just had unlimited funding and was going to build a racetrack, I would take Fairbury's dirt and size and everything about Fairbury and put it right in the center of Lucas Oil Speedway's facility, out surrounding facility.
Mm,
And then I would take
which staff?
probably Fairbury staff, everybody but Lucas Oil's staff, and let them run the place. And I think we packed the place out
Yes.
every single.
And that's not a shot at anywhere else because I'm going to tell you right now, 81 Speedway and Humboldt is
Yes.
owned by the same family.
Oh,
And they
the
are a wonderful
Sartains?
family. JR came up and introduced himself to us, welcomed us, and then I saw him go around the pitch to every
Oh.
single hauler there. And there were some locals there, and they said he does that every weekend. He comes and makes sure you're okay and asks you, is there anything I can do for y'all?
Very,
And
very
this is
impressed
how
with
you
the
can
way they
get us.
ran both of
Man,
those.
they are truly what racing needs. Somebody like that takes over a racetrack. I can
Yep.
see it. I think he's owned it for 3 or 4 years at Humboldt, 3
Mhm.
years at Humboldt. I'm not sure at 81, but he's made tons of improvements and it looks like he's just getting better.
He's
So-
good for racing. He's
Very.
what every
and to be
racetrack
clear
needs.
about Lucas Oil, I'd say the officials were good to us, but there was a lot of employees, and they were very.
I don't think they enjoyed being there. I don't think they
Yeah,
were happy
they-
about their
yeah.
job. They didn't love their job, and I
Yeah.
think that's where
Yes.
where the problem was. I think it'd be like
They
us
weren't
taking.
just mean to us though, and that
Right.
was the thing.
It was
They were mean
everybody.
to everybody. They were, and so that's apparently just how they are. Facility second to none. It was amazing.
I've never seen anything like it.
Back to Fairbury with Matt
Matt?
Pearl. Unreal. And you can just tell everybody that works under him enjoys working for
They do.
him. He's a promoter for sure. So I would have to say if you took the staff, it would have to go from Fairbury. I'm sorry, I took over your response.
No.
So we have Fairbury,
If I could
Dirt.
take Fairbury
Lucas
and
Oil
put
facility.
Lucas Oil's facility around it and let JR run the facility,
There you go.
we'd
I think
have-
that's where we're
There
at.
we go.
we would have something.
Yeah.
I think we would all
Yes.
agree
And
on
that's
those.
not a shot at any of the other tracks or anything like
And let
that.
Mel
That's just-
Hamilton Ford promote it.
Yes.
I mean, there
I'm
we
with
go.
you.
We're all there now.
And we run USMTS.
That's
Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing against UMP. just-
No doubt. But yeah, I would have to say
And Fireball needs to not get
Yeah,
involved in
Fireball,
that.
if you're
Janet.
watching, don't start.
Todd and Janet Staley and the whole family, excellent job. Anywhere we ever been, they put on a heck of a show. So
All right. Did the new fan help by keeping the motor cool?
It did. And that's something that we're going to discuss more in a regular shop video that we'll be doing throughout the coming weeks. But it is a race fan. And this fan, you could buy 10 of the 19-inch steel 4-blade fans for the cost of one of these. But the benefits of it. I was not able to get over 200 degrees
in a 42
in a
lap
42
race.
lap A main. At Fairbury, I couldn't get over 180 degrees. And for the most part, I couldn't climb over 180. So
Yes.
it 100% fixed it.
And we left here not knowing if it was going to work or not. That was kind of nerve wracking because we were going so far from home with one car, and we were hoping that we had our cooling problem fixed. So we actually did 3 different things. We put a little piece of a shroud on there. We put a little tongue
We
down
put a
on the
shaker
bottom,
screen on. That's
shaker
something else.
screen, and
Pro
we
Power
put
told
the
us.
fan on there. And between the combination, we fixed our heating problem. So
He would have to tell you when those new shirts are going to be available because he hasn't told us yet. Scott's very busy and hasn't given us a date. We do have new shirts coming out. Huge thank you to all of the fans over the past 2 weeks.
Yes.
Avery is almost completely out of merch.
yes,
So we're restocking. We will have a good bit for Street Stock Nationals next week. So if you're going to be in Meridian at Why Not, we'll be there spectating. And Avery will have her merch cart there. But the new shirts are going to come out mid to end of September. We're hoping to have them for Deer Creek for the Jamboree. But should pop on here and tell everybody.
Mommy, how do you spell speed?
how does
He's great.
So maybe we can talk her into going with us sometime.
I've tried.
She doesn't like the heat. So maybe when in the fall of the year or early in the season, maybe we can get her to come with us.
Yep.
Yes, Mr. Keith.
What do you say?
He does have 3 girlfriends. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I'll figure it later.
Your race cars.
Yes.
Catch up.
Oh
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Catch
new
up.
car.
We might have to downsize it back to 2. All right. Well,
No,
Who-
I'm
I'm
sorry.
done.
Chase,
no,
who
I'm
was
not
your-
shutting it down.
Who is your boss, Rocky or Chavis?
Let's be real here. I'm the boss.
I knew it. I knew that was coming.
Jeez.
Thank you,
I knew
Mr.
that was
Thomas.
coming. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Ooh, somebody ordered Leanne's cookies.
What's
I'm-
going on, Jason Thompson?
I'm dying to drive a street stock at the Nationals. However, we are not going to. We are just going to go up Saturday night and spectate. That's just that on that particular race. Man, I'm waiting on our local tracks to say when they're going to race these shows that there's a race
There's
that they
some
do every year at
Yeah.
this time. They just haven't released. Would you ever run asphalt if the opportunity was presented? I would.
Just don't even-
At first, I didn't really have any interest in it, but you know, the older I get, the more I realize that any opportunity to drive a race car is just what I need to be doing. So I would love to start gaining some asphalt experience of some sort when we aren't racing on dirt. So if there's anybody out there that would like to let us try that, I'd be interested.
BJ Woolbright wants to know if you found the ride you were looking for behind Mama Squirrel's back for the Street Stock Nationals.
No.
But
I
again,
made some phone calls. I
Yeah.
talked to some people. I begged a few people, and they said I'm just
It
too.
is for the best. We've got too much other stuff going on, and it's just
That's
best
the
to.
truth.
We're going to come up and we're going to enjoy it, mingle, and watch some good racing and support our local tracks. And we may do that again somewhere else. You know, while we're home, just go and watch and support our local tracks. So.
Tim, the drawing for the MB chassis is September 24th. I have 20 tickets left, I believe, for that to sell. Is that right? Yeah. I have 20 tickets left to sell. If you want a ticket for the fundraiser for Red Cedar Speedway, just shoot us a message and I'll get you the info on that.
Garrett Hillman there with dirt
Yeah.
fanatics
I have
trying to
Yeah.
coax us out of here.
I've tried.
Hattiesburg racing tomorrow, he said.
They are, and I've asked, but I just can't.
He's gonna be going alone.
You know, that's something else that I think we might talk about. Now that I'm 19, I'm in need.
I'd like to see you hook that little Colorado behind that big stacker trailer. I think you'd look like this trying to pull out.
I don't think it would.
If
pull.
anybody has a small open trailer that they want to loan me, I would gladly take it. That way we could.
Your truck won't pull
I
it.
might would just. I'd love to do that. I'd love to go out on my own and just see how bad I could mess things up.
Thank you, Amy.
Yes,
And,
thank you so much.
and Cassie Tri-County, I did see they were racing, but they don't run mods every weekend.
Bobby, since we just had this discussion, BJ Woolbright.
For fan weekend again. So I have been talking to them about trying to do something like that again so that we could try to get some more subscribers on here. I just don't know at what particular race we would do that on because we're not going to local shows as much anymore. So it's a little more difficult for us to pinpoint, hey, this would be the perfect race to have a fan there with us.
Right.
But yeah, we might do something like that. It's not out of the picture.
Gabe, we are coming back to Wheatland. We did flat enjoy it, and I think we were starting to get the hang of the track. We were warned that it was going to be slick. No matter what, it was going to be slick. Just was going to be how slick would it be? And I don't think it got as slick as it has been in the past, but we will come back, and we'll definitely be there next year with the tours with USMTS. So,
What's going on, Mr. Moore?
yeah, Mr. Ball, what's happening? Who knows, not the president.
Okay, so can I say two things? I have two things. So I am writing about kind of a racer. It says we go speed, like Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
We go fast, Lightning McQueen.
Go ahead.
You are the champ. And the other thing is, I am starting school again. So,
On Monday, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we went to school today to look at my room, and we forgot a whole school bag. A whole.
Really?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Did.
We'll bring it Monday.
You got questions, Adrian?
Don Williamson. There are a few. If you would like to come down here, there are several hotels near
okay.
near
I'm sorry.
our racetracks. Deep South has several hotels around them. Why not? It's got several.
I would say if you are going to come down to watch Chase locally, Deep South Speedway is probably the best one because they have hotels around it. There's a theme park just south of it. The beach is 20 minutes from it. There's all kinds of extra stuff to do there during the day on Saturday and Sunday. It's my favorite facility. It's plenty of room to see all the way around the racetrack. Yeah, Deep South Speedway in Loxley, Alabama.
Mr. Tim, I'm trying to convince them to go back to East Bay. It's difficult because we're gearing up and we're getting everything ready to go USMTS racing, and then
So we really need to be focused on American Racer tires and that package and not be messing with anything else next year. I mean, if we're going to be serious, we got to be serious.
But we could go to East Bay and do really good there with our notes from last year and our new car. So I'm gonna work on that. I think we'll be back if it's up to me. Yes, we talk to the Mr. Todd and Miss Janet every time we go with them to USMTS about getting a race down here. The problem is, and it's nothing against our local tracks. I know they're gun shy about doing certain things, but we've got, they're dying to come down here. We want them to come down here, but our local, I'm an outsider looking in and listening to what Todd and them have told us. Our local tracks have not presented the opportunity. They've talked about it, but the local tracks are just kind of like, I don't know about it.
As of Friday night, it sounded like they got something on the table right now.
They do.
So there could be a swing next year in the works right now. So hopefully they can make it happen.
Miss Shannon's here.
How you feeling, Shannon? T-Mill, I think that is a fantastic idea. We'll toss that around and think about that and see what we can put together.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes, thank you,
thank
Michael.
you.
That was very nice. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Michael.
it.
Thank you.
My phone's slower than y'all's, and I'm getting really upset
Well,
about it.
we're on this
Nope,
new
nope.
AT&T program, and you're on the old,
I mean,
outdated.
mine is like,
Yeah.
y'all are sucking up all the.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
it's y'all's fault.
anyways, would you allow someone else?
Mom.
There are a few names that we would put in our equipment. We've actually tried to get a few people in our equipment now that we have other cars, but things just haven't
Wait a
worked
minute,
out.
Wait a minute. We're not looking for
No.
to sit in the seat of one of our
No,
cars.
just because we have 3 of them now, it's not like, hey, won't you come run our stuff? But we've
We've
talked to
kicked
some,
around a little bit here, and y'all.
We have
can
a couple
fill in
of
the blanks.
friends.
Yeah, y'all. We
That's the best way to put it.
I think we might ought to just raise the roof about 4 inches in the 2018 and get you in it.
do it, Kat.
I need to up your life insurance first.
So
Did you just make that face?
was that just a yes?
I need some pointers, some on track pointers. I'm gonna follow you and see what you would
Son,
do.
I'll show you the line.
You'll show me the
So
line.
y'all
To the
get
concession
walkie-talkies
Here we go.
that can talk to each other.
Man, we're gonna have to block BJ. He is stirring it
What do you
tonight.
say?
I just you're not our friend anymore, or you're not my friend anymore. You're probably their friend.
Dang.
oh,
Skylar said he still wants his hat and a sticker. I've got them, Skylar. I promise I do.
I'm trying. I've begged him to get in the street stock. He just, I don't know what it is. He just won't get in it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Miss Jamie's in here.
Thank you, Miss Jane.
Yep. Thank you so much.
We were talking about you earlier.
Yes, we were.
how much we like it.
What is a super chat? No, no. My phone is working.
We've actually talked about doing some Rocky. I don't know what that would look like.
There's 3 designs in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's.
What's up,
It's
Camden? Camden Weir's up in here.
What's going on?
And he said, happy birthday, Chase.
Thank you, Camden.
Delane sent you mine.
Yeah,
Thank
you,
you
Miss
very
Delane.
much. We do need some Rocky stuff. We look into
I
that.
think I'm gonna get stickers.
Yeah, I'd be
There you
I think
go.
I'm just
we
gonna
need
do
to think
stickers.
what he says. One of his sayings that he says all the time.
No, it's the look.
Yeah, but we
Holding
need to get it.
matches.
We need to get a look, and it needs to say "tore up like new ground" because he says that all the
There you
time.
go.
Y'all probably don't know this, but Buster is still alive. She's living on her own on our porch. She's sleeping there. Doggy has not kicked
There's a
her.
chicken out.
Yep, I see it.
Dad did that.
Nice.
Dad.
And I see I'm sorry, Ruby. I see Fleming Family Racing saying that they couldn't believe that they didn't see tears from Papa Squirrel last trip. I did have sunglasses on.
I was going
He was
Oh, I
video,
thought
and
you
that's why
sweated
you
so
couldn't
much
see
that
him.
you just
Yeah,
couldn't. You
could-
couldn't.
There was
could have
nothing
been
left.
There was nothing
dehydrated,
left.
Nothing
He's
left.
so
There was quite a
dehydrated.
few.
Yeah.
From Fairbury, we were excited at every night. Every night we
One
made
night.
it into the A main. That was exciting. But man, when he busted off that lap and knocked Ramirez off, that was kind of a weird situation because we were watching the live timing, and I was recording. And Ramirez had went out before us, and he just made a perfect lap, half a second faster than anybody. And then Chase come out and ran like the exact same line, and I'm watching my timing, and the timing locked up.
It just shut off.
Everybody's
Yeah.
timing shut down. So even the announcers didn't know that who the fast qualifier was. And then when the timing called up, we were all like, "Oh my goodness, he really did do it." So anyway,
Mom started dancing in the bleachers when she heard.
And I have one more thing. Well, probably a lot because I'm talking. Buster's been getting big. How old is our cat?
I don't even know anymore. I can't
She's
keep
like,
up.
she was smallest. Now she's like this big. She's not like a normal cat, but every
hey Andrew, what's up, man?
every morning she's been fighting cats. Like she's been on them. Like really, you see, if you see a tail wag, she'll like jump on it and try to attack it.
She's getting along good.
Yeah.
She
And
is.
she is just like Matches.
Ha ha. Funny,
Matches
funny.
is owner, which is Rocky. Everyone knows that.
Rocky owns matches or owned matches.
Matches. I'm dying to race at Dallas County. Like out of the entire USMTS tour, that is the track that I am dying to race at. But it's looking like next year is going to be the first time we ever get to see that racetrack.
Oh no, we got to see it.
No,
you were
roll out
sleeping.
on it, get to race on it.
Yeah, we did pass it Sunday
did.
morning. It's
We
not
did.
far from Lucas.
I know.
It is.
At
I know,
all.
it's
They
right
said
down
it
the
was
road.
20 minutes.
Oh, is that how far? It didn't even seem like it was
These
that
are
far.
my friends at school. And amazing.
All right, does anybody have any more questions?
And I'm making one for Miss Cressy too.
What is that?
And if y'all just joined and weren't here when we first fired up, for Chase's birthday, Avery bought him this stand-up thing, and I'm just looking at this, and
It's
looks
so
kinda
creepy.
weird, you know, this thing's.
Stand up,
But,
Chase. I just got to.
And I can tell y'all now, Pepper did not like this thing. She came in the house.
Oh, let me tell you the story.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I was behind the thing. She was staring at it. I was like, "Hello, Papa. Oh no, Chase. Oh no." And she went.
She did. She was
She-
very freaked
Yeah,
out.
she was
Yes.
like.
There is a tire shortage for Hoosier tires. There apparently is not a tire shortage for American racers. However, both tires have went up drastically.
Oh.
Like they are way sky high. So everything's not back to normal. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
No race cars. I drove it through the yard. What, maybe 50 feet? Did they let me drive the car through the yard? It's not for me. I can't. Well, I'm lying. The dash hits me here, and I can't see to drive. I don't like it.
If Lucas Oil is on the USMTS tour next year, we will be there.
Has anyone told them that they have a new church to go to?
Please be quiet. I don't know what Florence says. Shame on me.
Yeah, it's a UMP race that
Mhm.
if we were out of town, we'd be with USMTS.
Yes.
Mhm. How different did the car feel between setups? Was it pretty well the same since you kept your load numbers close?
They drove pretty similar. We were freer in UMP, and
Yes,
that
and that's a thing we've been looking for.
yep.
So we were like, if we could bring this over to this without messing something else up.
And finally, we figured that out.
Yes.
We
At
figured it
Humboldt.
out. We figured it out at Humboldt, and then got too free at Lucas Oil and had to start going the other way, going back to what we had.
Yeah, because now our old notes, so we've got 13 nights on this car?
16 nights.
16 nights. So now we have to go back to everything that we've learned and say, well, since we figured this out, it changes all this. So we basically started over at Humboldt again until we get her dialed in. So it's fun. There's only like probably
11 together.
I'm just guessing probably 2,752 adjustments you can make on that car that could dial yourself right out of race, or possibly more than that. So yeah.
Yep.
So
And
it's fun.
All right.
the difference between UMP and USMTS, I get asked a lot. Body rules, and what's crazy is when you read their rule packages, if the UMP cars if they strictly follow their rules, they're like the plainest bodies you'll ever see. But when we showed up to Fairbury, they're like, they don't check this, they don't check that. Why'd you do that? They don't check that. My point is we went with a UMP legal body, and it was outdated compared to what we were racing against.
We look like we showed up in 1992.
Right. So my UMP body rules, if you follow them,
goodness.
they look a lot different than a USMTS car. The cell panels are a lot different. Then under the car, we switched to a pull bar instead of our fifth arm setup because we were on softer tires, and I guess you could say it was more of a stop and go type deal for us. So it was beneficial to have. And then as far as for load numbers, we just changed springs and went back to our load numbers. So that's kind of the basic thing.
Ken Goodwin wants to know if we'll be putting out a schedule for next year so the fans keep up with where you guys are racing. USMTS, that's where we're going to be.
We're going to share the USMTS schedule, and if USMTS is at this place, we'll be there.
And if at some point we can't afford it, or we're broke or tore up to the point that we can't do it anymore, then we'll let y'all know. But as of right now,
our schedule for next year is the USMTS schedule.
Yeah.
And there's
and hopefully Fairbury.
probably if USMTS is not on top of Fairbury, we'll run that. If I can convince them, East Bay. There's probably only about 3 other outside of USMTS events that we will run next year. Other than that, if you're looking for our schedule, the USMTS schedule is our schedule. In 2024, I don't know what 2023 looks like and everything else to come. After that, we may decide to run some more UMP stuff, gear more towards UMP than USMTS. And if that's the case, then we will run the summer nationals and winter nationals and everything in between. We'll try to run more UMP shows. But as for now, we are sticking to USMTS only racing.
Could you explain the reasoning for the different lines that are taken through the corners? I am new to watching dirt modified and circle track in general. Your channel has piqued my interest.
Well, for the most part, we're just chasing the brown patches, the moisture. And once the moisture is burned up, the line changes to where it's how can we carry the most momentum through the corner without shearing or slowing. You know, it's
tricky.
It's very tricky. I don't know how to describe
it. That's a lot of language that people who don't follow.
Well, it's dirt track racing. So
Okay.
Of course they're pouring water on the track, and we're racing in the summer, and it was 102, 103 maybe at Lucas Oil, for instance. And cars run generally like you got a group of cars that run the bottom and a group that runs the top. Well, after several laps, they burn that moisture up. So now there's a strip in the middle, and then you burn that up. And once it's all gone, they either come out and cut the track up and put more water on it, or you're all just kind of like Chase said, just trying to get around there as fast as you can with no traction. And that's why we pull power out of our engine by way of a restrictor plate or a smaller carburetor, because once that track's burned up, you can't get a hold of it. I mean, there's times he's come in and he's like, I'm giving it this much throttle out of that much pedal. I can only give it this much. I mean, he's keeping up with guys, but if he gives it any more, we're burning tires off. So that's why I like dirt racing though. It's fun.
I do too. It's
It's
fun.
exciting.
It's an
It
equalizer.
comes down to who's behind the wheel and who can make their brain and their foot work together. So it's good.
Will Papa Squirrel shave his beard if Chase wins a USMTS
Not a
race?
chance. No.
What about Rookie of the Year?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Chase, what kind of motor are you running? Crate motor or an open
A
motor?
little bitty one.
Yeah.
All right. The first list for the dome, I thought they said Monday, but then you said Sunday.
It's Sunday. The first
The
list
first
of
set of invites.
invitations will go out on Sunday, August 14th. And again, for those of y'all that have Facebook, be on the lookout on Facebook. I'm going to share the link, and y'all can go to that link and vote there. If you don't have Facebook, I don't know. I haven't looked into how else you could vote. The cooling issues are gone. We are running very, very cool now.
Avery, do you want to answer Chris's question?
Where we at?
Next year, will Mama, Ruby, and Avery be traveling with y'all on
I
the
will
USMTS
be
series?
full-time traveling with him. Hopefully Mom and Ruby will come along. Monday I started homeschooling myself so that I can be able to travel the full USMTS circuit.
And
Good.
it wants her to have a real robot. A real robot. She made all 100s the first day she started.
She's doing good.
Except for one thing. She only missed one thing.
Ruby and I will be there as much as we can.
Yeah, we will.
I'd love to run some late model stuff, but we're not gearing towards that at all. So it would be if we were in somebody else's equipment. Man, all the Arizona stuff and over in the west side of our country is mostly IMCA and UMP. I don't really know of a lot of open modified racing, USMTS mods, USRA mods over there. So probably not. Thank you. Well, I think we're
Did
fixing.
you thank Jerry and Clarina for their hat?
Mr. Jerry and Miss
You got it on your
Clarina.
head.
This hat, the Oki brand. I appreciate y'all bringing us these hats. They gave me and you a hat,
Yeah, I
and
got a white one.
I wanted that hat.
Your
but
daddy's
you
hat's
didn't
on
get
it.
I didn't
Yeah.
get it.
But he
But
said.
Anyways, I guess I'll take this one. No, they've got some awesome clothing that y'all should check out.
Emmy Lynn.
Hey, Emmy Lynn.
Wants to know when you'll be at Pike Speedway again.
Probably not this year.
Chase, do you realize just how good your sister is to you?
I do realize, but I'm not. I do pay her. That's all I'm gonna say. I do pay her for the amount of work that she does for me.
Mr. Marv, I personally think that the aero is a big deal on any track. I think even the little ones, if you watch his in-car cameras and watch what the hood of our car does, it just lets you know exactly what, I mean, air plays in a lot, you know, and you just can't take that for granted, because in racing, you got to use everything that's available to you, and air is free. And you just kind of got to,
But it is one of the most tech things.
right. It's not something that
racing.
we're so focused on, but I could see where it would, you know, something that we're going to be leaning into.
It's one of those things that for me, I don't really know a whole lot about our setup, you know, under the car, but if we're allowed this and allowed that, I try to make sure that our car has it, just because I feel like any
Right.
allowed advantage is something that we need to have.
Well,
So
I don't know how much people know. I think they just think that we've been racing and we've been doing it forever. we are kind of stumbling in this, and Mr. Marv Newkirk actually messaged me last year and asked me would I be interested in the Bob Harris setup DVDs, and I actually watched them, and I actually learned a lot. And the things that we're starting to understand is from those setup movies. I mean, we've been watching them and trying to, relate what they're saying to what we're doing, and it's making things make sense because we don't know that kind of stuff. I mean, we're new to modifieds, so we're trying to understand what this bar does and that bar, and so I would say that's a pretty good tool, and we appreciate it, Mr. Marr, for you sending that to us. That's been a valuable tool for us.
I have one question.
Will we be selling or auctioning off any of our old fire
No,
suits?
Travis and I have a rule about Chase's old gear. We don't get rid of any of it.
There's only one helmet in my entire career that you let go with a go-kart, and I wish I
Even
could
that
get it back.
go-kart, I wish to this day I could have that go-kart back. It's
Just
gone.
we weren't in
Yeah.
a position to
Yeah.
keep it.
And it just didn't, and it didn't, like, at the moment, wasn't a big deal
Wasn't
to
very
me.
sentimental or
And
anything.
now I wish I
Well,
could
because
get it
you
back.
needed it to move up. You know what I mean? We had to sell it for you to be able to move up.
We do run the same class as Kenny Wallace and Ken Schrader.
When we go UMP.
With UMP, right?
So USMTS, when we go that route, it has a different rule package.
Yep. All right. Well, it's been over an hour, but it's almost
It's not been over now.
it's 1 hour and 1 minute. And
It has been.
it has been.
My phone is jacked up.
So whenever USMTS runs there next year, we will be at Dallas County.
Yeah.
I think this is where we're gonna shut her down. It's been great.
That's it. Man, they putting some good ones out. Mama, have you ever thought
It's Bobby
about
still. You just don't realize who that
a
is.
racing cookbook? No, I know who that is.
I know who it
A
is.
racing cookbook, family meals, road trip, crock pot meals, and pit snacks. I
How
mean,
many of those will I sell if I do that?
Oh,
Because I
here's
really
the
don't.
business
I
one.
really don't think anybody would be interested in that. I really don't.
I
Thank you. You're so sweet.
would. You know what the funniest thing happened? Two things.
all
Okay.
right, Chase.
This
I'm not being mean to Ruby, but I'm gonna give you permission to.
Two things.
What?
Okay, so first thing is Chase got a new race car cart. And second thing is, so Mom asked me to get her a beer. And then I'm like, should I get Daddy one or what?
This is great.
We made it. We made it
And
over an
I said,
hour through
yes.
here.
Yep, and
And
here we
goes
go.
Ruby.
Here we go. All right.
Here goes the train
Thank
wreck.
y'all so
Bye,
much
Miss
for
Shannon.
watching. Bye, Miss Shannon.
Bye.
Thank you to everyone that joined this. Thank you to everyone that sent us money. Thank you to everybody that supports and funds my racing career. I couldn't have done it without each and every one of y'all, and continue to do it without each and every one of y'all. We hope to see y'all at a local track or an out of town track here soon. And that's it. So we're signing off here.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching.
Good night.
Good night.